Papa Swole's podcast is coming. I'm coming, fam. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Ho, 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 ho. Oh, 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 oh. Let's do it. Let's do it.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing, testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 772 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beardcast, broadcast, gaincast, mancast, pimpcast, and slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, fam? Welcome to the Gain Train. Welcome to Pumptown. Welcome to episode 772. Happy Father's Day to everyone out there that has a daddy. Happy Father's Day to everyone. Everyone that's coming in through the door. I got a lot of papas out there, and Papa Swolio is a papa. I am the King Papa. So this is like my ultimate day, right? That's like my ultimate day. It's like my ultimate day being the father of 600 muscles. Like, what up? Like, what up? What up, Papa Swolio? What up? What's going on, Bella? What up, Dobes? What's up, homie? And what's going on Instagram, catching me right after the intro. And if you, any Game of Thrones fans, you see the title of this episode, if you're watching on Twitch, if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, I am the breaker of gains. I am the unskinny. I am father of 600 plus muscles. I am Papa Swolio. Huh? GOT fam? GOT fam? Anyone out there? Game of Thrones? What up? What up? All right. So tough crowd. Make sure you say what's going on. Make sure you share, tag. I don't know. Just say something. Let me know you're here. Let me know who's flexing on old Papa Swolio. I'm excited. I had a hell of a leg day. We're going to talk some gains. We're going to talk some legs. We're going to talk some schmegs tonight. Happy Papa Day. Thank you, Genevieve. Thank you. Thank you, dear. Okay, so now that we know what's up, now we know what the dealio is. It's we're pushing on a Sunday, so I know a lot of you had a good week. You had a good weekend, and now it's coming to a close, and we're going back to the grind. And I wanted to discuss some leg training. And we're going to get into this a little bit more during the week. I want to do some breakdowns of squats and some stuff that I did this weekend. I want to talk a little bit more conceptual about your squats, about your leg training, about what you should be doing and prioritizing in your fitness in terms of leg training, and why you should be thinking of your leg training in this fashion that we're going to go over in this episode. So remember, anyone that's coming in for the first time, if it's your first Daily Swole, and this is required, it's all right. It's casually required, because I'm not going to boot you just because it's, just because you don't say what up. But if it's your first Daily Swole, make sure you say what's up. If it's your first swole, say what up, Papa Swole. Let me know it's your virgin swole. I'll give you a shout out. I love giving shout outs to people that are new to the Gain Train. And those of you that do not know, that are out of the know, that are in the cold, we are doing quadcasting. We always quadcast. Whenever I can, we're quadcasting. So Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Did I say that? Twitch? I doubled up. Okay, so Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And if you want to see the live chat feature, you got to watch on Twitch, Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, or YouTube, so you can see all the latest. You can see everyone that's commenting, everyone on every platform. So it's super cool. So you can see what everyone's saying, no matter where you're watching, except for Instagram. And as I established yesterday, I think it was, that Instagram is like the kid that eats lunch in the corner. Sorry, IG. Sorry, you're alone. Why would you watch here when you can fucking watch everywhere else? I don't know. I'm just kidding. I love you. You get better audio everywhere else too. You know what I'm saying? And remember, fam, podcast, Apple Podcast, SoundCloud. You can find me everywhere. And I will be getting up on Spotify ASAP. So those of you that like the spots, Papa Swole is going to be there ASAP. Making some moves. You rock. Thank you, fam. Let's see. What do you know? What do you know? Tomorrow's legs, time to turn to Quadzilla. If only it were that easy. Do you eat soy? No. Thought about soy. Soy sucks. Soy blows. Don't eat soy. Fake food. Get the hell away from me. Okay. Let's see. Always on Spotify. Cool. So I'll make sure I make that a priority. I have to switch some hosting around and make sure I get over there ASAP. They were really stringent for a while with podcasts, but now I think it's easier. It's more open, so I can get on there. That'll be awesome. As if Papa Swolio is not established, right? As if I'm not cranking out mad pods all the time. How do you feel about the keto diet? It's fine. It's fine for some people. Virgin Livecast. Oh, is that tomorrow? Did I miss that? Tomorrow McCallum. Oh, Virgin Livecast. Finally, you made it. I agree. Gorilla noises. So we'll take some questions, but let's get into what I wanted to talk about. I did a little bit of I think it was an Instagram story or a Snapchat earlier today or this evening, like an hour or so ago, right after my leg workout. And I wanted to talk about frequency and volume and the intensity of your training and just like plateaus in general. So the title, it sounds funny. I know it's Father's Day, so I kind of made a play on Game of Thrones and Father's Day. Yeah. I'm father of 600 plus muscles, blah, blah, blah. If you didn't know that, you have over 600 muscles in the body. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that cool? Fun fact, fam. You learn something every day here on the Swole. But I did do leg day today, and after I posted that, and yesterday I was going to do legs and I didn't. So after I posted yesterday, I started getting a lot of DMs and messages asking how often do I train legs, what I do for legs. Some people talking about plateaus and they're not getting the results they want. Big surprise, right? We want things and we can't get them. Fine. Okay. That's part of the struggle. That's part of the journey. That's part of the challenge. That's part of the fun. First off, it's part of the fun. Let's get that out of the way. So anyone that's struggling and frustrated that they hit a plateau or they're in a plateau or they're just kind of not seeing the changes that they want, that's fun. You have to have fun with that. Fitness is fun. Life is fun. Like going to the gym and lifting, that's the fun part. You have to enjoy it. You have to enjoy it. How many of you actually enjoy it? If you don't enjoy going to the gym, all right, and let's get this out of the way first. This is going to be some fire stuff. So if you want to tag someone or share this episode, now is the time to do it because everyone's going to get a lot of great value from what I'm about to say right now. I'm so amped up, I got to hydrate first. Let me make something perfectly clear. If you want amazing results, right? You want abs or you want bigger legs, you have some kind of goal with your body. If you don't enjoy training, if you don't enjoy going to the gym, if you don't enjoy working out, it's going to be very, very, very hard for you to achieve that because you're not going to be prioritizing it because you don't like it. You're not going to be putting as much effort into it, figuring things out, trying different things, training as hard with the right intensity. You're probably not going to get results if you do not inherently enjoy the journey and the process of going to the gym and fucking putting it in. I mean, you're doing that almost every day. I mean, if you're not going to the gym, you're doing some kind of active recovery, foam rolling, yoga, whatever it is, but you're always trying to make progress and get towards where you want to go. And if you don't enjoy that inherently, you're going to have a very difficult time doing it. So time to shift your mind around, time to shift gears and start thinking about your training differently and start enjoying the process and start enjoying going to the gym and taking care of your health and pushing yourself and seeing what your body can do. Okay. So now that being said, so if you want abs and you hate going to the gym, you hate your nutrition, you hate trying to eat the best foods, which is actually the easiest fucking part, eating the foods that you're supposed to eat as a human being. That's the easiest part. You have lots of temptations, but that's the easy part. Put the right things in your face. And the process of figuring that out is pretty simple. You just take everything away and then you test to see your sensitivity. That's the elimination process we always talk about. And if you want abs and you complain about eating healthy and you complain about not having a cheat day or you complain about not getting results, but you're not training hard enough fundamentally, you're going to have a very tough time getting any kind of results and let alone once you get there, maintaining them. That being said, the intensity of your workouts. There's a reason why there's so many workout programs out there and a lot of them work. Why do a lot of them work? Because they're exercise. When you start doing something from a 0 point, from doing nothing to doing something, you're going to see results in some respect. You're going to see some kind of results. You're going to see some kind of results, whether it's muscle growth, fat loss, balance, endurance, something like that, right? Because you're doing something as opposed to what you were doing before, which was absolutely nothing. And I'm going to stop for a second. So David on Facebook, I want abs, but I also love pizza and beer. Okay, well, you're going to have a tough time getting them. Simple. You'll have a tough time getting abs if you love I mean, who doesn't love things that stimulate taste buds? Who doesn't love things that taste good? Everyone does. The reason why things taste good is because your body wants to survive. Your body is prejudiced towards foods that are going to give energy and allow the body to produce hormones and saturate the muscles full of glycogen and hydrate the body. Your body craves that. So yeah, what do you want, right? So it comes down to what do you want and then enjoying going after it. Okay. Big surprise, hard work is needed to get results in fitness with anything, relationships, business, school, whatever you do, it's going to take hard work, right? And effort. How do you transition to enjoying the gym? You fucking do it. If you don't love fundamentally working out, you should still do it for your health, but you're going to have a lot more trouble if you don't love the journey and love taking care of your body and love respecting your body. If you hate the gym, you're not going to try hard. If you hate the gym, you're going to try to leave early. If you hate the gym, you're not going to push to failure. You're just not going to do the intensity. And that's where I want to take this episode, because everyone that's been messaging me about leg training, about hitting those plateaus are supposed to happen. I'll repeat that again. Plateaus are supposed to happen. I'll repeat that again. Plateaus are supposed to happen. That's normal. That's good. It's called an adaptation. Your body does that. It adapts. The reason why you're not getting past that plateau is because you're not training hard enough. Most of you, probably 99.9%, are not training hard enough. It doesn't matter if you feel sore after a workout. I don't care if you've been seeing progress. I don't care if you already have abs. Chances are, and like I said, 99.9% of you are not training hard enough. It's very, very hard to push your body to the level you need to get results, especially progressive results, because every defense mechanism in the body fundamentally is trying to keep the body from going down that road. Your body does not want to be in pain. Your body wants to avoid pain. Remember, your body wants to survive. Your body wants to survive. Your body wants to live and protect itself. So building muscle is a defense mechanism. Increasing endurance is a defense mechanism. Everything that it comes as a result of training is a defensive response. It's called a negative feedback system. It's your body responding to the stress. It's defensive. It's defending itself against the weights. And if you expose your body properly, it will build muscle. It will build endurance. It will increase mobility, blah, 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 blah. Your body adapts, right? If you are not training hard enough, you're going to hit a plateau. Of course, nutrition makes a difference. But the training, it's not 80-20. Nutrition's not 80%, especially when it comes to building muscle. Get the fuck out of here. You got to train hard. You got to train really fucking hard. You got to train really fucking hard. Really hard. And that brings us back to the leg training. That brings us back to leg day, right? That brings us back to what I was referring to. Most of you that are doing 2 leg workouts a week or 3 leg workouts a week are doing way too much. Not too much intensity. You're doing too much frequency. I don't know who the fuck in this world is training legs 3 days a week and getting results. Get the fuck out of here. You can get better results by training less frequently. And let me explain why. When you train hard, you're going to be sore. You're going to be sore. You might be sore for 3 days. You might be sore for 4 days or 5 days. If you're training once a week, let's just use this as an example. You train once a week, high intensity and good moderate high volume. You train hard. And this is a very vague word because a lot of you say, oh, I'm going to train hard. You haven't trained with me, or you haven't trained with someone that really trains hard. Okay. When you train hard once a week, you might get sore for 4 or 5 days. If you train once every 7 days, 2 days after the last day you're being sore, you're not 100%. You might not feel sore, but it doesn't mean those muscles are at 100%. So essentially, you keep on training legs that are at less than 100% of what they can handle, less than 100% of their full healthy capacity. And that can lead to overtraining, that can lead to stunted results, that can lead to decreases in strength, and so forth. There are famous bodybuilders that have trained legs twice a month, but they fucking crush them twice a month. I rarely do legs more than once a week or once every 9 days. And I like to train them hard. Yeah, it's going to be uncomfortable. You're going to be sore. You're going to be walking funny. It's going to hurt to sit down. It's going to hurt to get on the toilet. But you're going to grow because you're actually giving your body the chance to heal, the chance to get back to 100%. So when you go crush legs again, they're at 100%. That is why people that train legs 3 or 4 days a week, those people that go running every day and run 5 miles a day, that's why they're always struggling building legs, because you're training too frequently. You're doing the same body part too frequently, so you have to drop the intensity. You have to drop the volume. Otherwise, you're going to break yourself. You just don't have the energy to do it. You can't go a fucking hard workout. None of you could do the workout that I did today every day. None of you could do the workout I did today 3 days a week. And I'm not saying that to brag. It's just a fact. You can't train super, super, super hard one body part 3 days a fucking week. Very rare. Bet. You can't. No fucking way. And grow. How about that? Is it possible? Is it possible to train hard? Of course it is. You're not going to grow, though. You're going to hurt yourself. You're going to hit a fucking wall. Will it be within 3 weeks or will it be within a month or two? You're going to hit something. You're going to get tendonitis. You're going to hurt yourself. There's a lot to be said for the effort, the intensity of a workout. And 999 out of 1,000 people are nowhere close to that level of intensity, or nowhere close to that level of overload that will stimulate leg growth. Tips on leg training with knee arthritis. I can't come close to a full squat, 2 knee surgeries. The pain is if you're overweight, you shouldn't be doing impact. You should be doing yoga and recovery. You had knee surgery, so you're moving differently. I would really focus on yoga and ankle mobility. A lot of people can't squat properly, not because of their knees, or their knees are injured because they've always lacked ankle mobility. And if you lack ankle mobility, it's going to really fuck up your squat and your back. You're talking about grown adults and not athletes that need to, did I miss that? I'm talking about grown adults. Yeah, of course. I hope I'm not talking to any fucking kids. Why is my chat disappearing? Let me see if I can bring that back a little bit. Hold on a second. I'm not going to mess with it. So anyone that if I didn't respond to a question, just have it ready again. We'll do some more questions in a little bit. And yeah, I'm not talking to athletes. Whoever said that, no fucking shit. Really? No shit, I'm not talking to athletes. What gave it away? What gave it away as you sit on the couch eating a bag of chips with your hand down your pants like fucking Al Bundy? Really? You're not an athlete? No shit. I know I'm not talking to athletes. I'm talking to fucking people that want results. I'm not saying get off the couch for your first workout and go crush legs every fucking 2 weeks. This is more of an advanced episode. This is for people that are actually in training. This is not for beginners. This is not for beginners. And if I didn't make that absolutely clear, if it didn't make sense like that, if it didn't make sense right off the bat, that obviously I'm not talking to beginners right now. And I can't always talk to beginners because not everyone that's in my community, a lot of you are Swolenormous X members. You've been fucking training with me for months and you're ready for fucking taking it up to the next level. A lot of you are coming in here for the first time and you've been training, but you're hitting a plateau. You're not getting results. It happens. It happens. You're supposed to hit plateaus. That's your body doing its fucking job. That's your body normalizing. That's your body hitting that even keel. That's your body neutralizing. That's your body adapting to the stress. And then it doesn't have to adapt because you're not pushing it hard enough. If you hit a plateau, you're not pushing it hard enough. In most cases, hitting a plateau could be a sign of overtraining, but oftentimes it's overtraining in terms of the frequency, not the intensity. And I'll repeat that again. Oftentimes, you are hitting a plateau because of the frequency, not the intensity. You're training too often, and you're not training hard enough. It can be much more effective, especially with legs, to train them harder and less frequently. Joanne, training to failure, when should this be done? How often? Advantages? Should I be pushing, stopping reps? I can't tell you off just one Facebook post. I don't know anything about you or your experience. So I'm not going to say you should be trained to failure all the time. I don't know what your goals are. That's kind of like a reckless thing for me to answer. Will you ever post before? And that disappeared. Post pics before and after of people who are in X. Oh, I have some on the main page. I have Chase's before and after picture. He lost over 100 pounds in less than a year. I will. I mean, I usually post them up when people send them in. I usually do like a roll call. I'll ask for people's before and afters. But yeah, there's a couple on there, and there's some success stories on my main page, some testimonials and stuff like that. But thanks for the heads up, Mark. It just reminded me I need to make a call for that again. What about let's do some questions. Let's just open this up because I'm getting a lot of comments, and I have my chat disappearing, so I don't want to miss any of these. So what are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on upping the intensity and decreasing the frequency? And I'm just saying because I got all my gains. I wasn't doing legs twice a week. I was doing them once a week. Sometimes once every 9 or 10 days, and I was crushing them. Yeah, it hurt to fucking walk, and it hurt to the touch. But that stimulates growth when you do it regularly. And when I mean regularly, it doesn't mean 3 times a week. It means consistently over the course of months and years. Remember, fam, this is the long play. It takes time. You have to build. How long do you think it takes to build something? You're not even an adult for 20 fucking years, right? Let's just across the board. Let's say across the board, let's say every human being stopped growing at 21. That means it takes 21 years to become a fucking full human being. That sounds like a long time. It takes a long time to build muscle too. Okay, you don't grow up to be an adult in a month. So it's going to take a long fucking time to expose your body to that kind of stress consistently and be doing all the other things right too. Remember, it's not just the training. You have to eat properly too. Anthony on Facebook. Is it good to train a body part differently every workout to keep from letting your body adapt? You don't need to change it up that much. That's another massive misconception. You don't have to do random shit. That's why a lot of people that do CrossFit get injured, because they're not skilled in those moves because they don't do them consistently enough. They do random shit all the time. And they mix up too many different modalities and too many different skill sets. So it's very, very hard to get proficient in any one area. And that puts you at risk every time you do any of those movements. So if you don't focus all your energy on focus and training and technique on running, and you put all your energy into, let's say, doing power cleans, and then all of a sudden you're doing cleans for high reps, and then you're running 800 meters, you can hurt yourself because you're not proficient in running. You've spent all your time doing power cleans or wall balls or whatever the fuck they do. Right? So specificity, principle of specificity. If you do a lot of different things, you can't be a jack of all trades. You're going to be decent. You'll be decent at all of them. And anyone that wins these competitions and stuff is more decent than the other people. They don't excel in any one area. They're not like amazing and more amazing than a person that focuses on one thing. They're decent at a lot of different things. And those are the best of the best. The average person sucks at most things, is good at one or two, and then ends up getting hurt doing one of the things that they suck at because they don't like it. It's hard for them. And, you know, they're trying to always do things for time and to push, push, push. What about a lightweight, high rep leg day and a heavy leg day, both in the same week? You're still training twice a week. That's the frequency. That's the shit I'm talking about. That's the shit I'm talking about. A lightweight, high rep leg day and then a heavy. Like, how hard are you going on? Are you really pushing it really fucking hard on each of those workouts? You can't. You're training them too close together. 3 days between leg days, you're not training that hard. Shocking, I know. And some of you might get offended. Hey, I'm training hard. I'm not saying you're not training hard relative to someone else, but hard for yourself. Not if you're training twice a week, in my opinion. You're really not pushing it super hard on any of those days. You're not. You're not. When you train legs really fucking hard once a week, really fucking hard, and you're sore for 4, 5, 6 days, sometimes 7. You're sore, like you can feel it deep down, like soreness. Soreness. Like it's really fucking hard to walk. It hurts for the first couple days, bad, like all those memes. Oh, the toilet seat, why is it so low? It really fucking hurts because you crushed it. You're going to tell me you're going to do that twice in a week? Get the fuck out of here. For the first 4 or 5 days, you're thinking, how the hell am I going to do this next week? Well, maybe you should push it. Maybe it should be 10 days. Maybe it should be 14 days. Maybe you should be doing legs twice a month when you get to that point. But once a week is really plenty if you go hard enough. This is more advanced. If you're a beginner, you don't want to cripple yourself. But for people that are getting results and they're trying to take it to the next level, you have to think about how quality and how intense and how good. Let's just put it. Let's just put it. Say what it is. How good your workout that you're actually doing is, or how good your workouts are. There is a reason why bodybuilders, and I want you to use logic. Just use logic. Don't worry about all these fucking extraneous claims and just think about the facts. Why do professional bodybuilders train this way? Because it works to build muscle. Steroids or not, this maximizes muscle growth. Less frequency, high fucking intensity and volume. You crush it. You focus all your energy on a couple body parts each workout, 1 or 2 maybe, chest by itself, chest and triceps, whatever. Those little subtleties can tweak a little bit. And then you fucking let them heal, and it hurts, and it's sore, and it hurts to move, and you're foam rolling, and you're stretching, you're massaging, and then it gets better, and then you train it again. And then you train again. So a 6-day PPL, what's a PPL? What are you calling a PPL? 6 day a week? 6 day a week what? I don't know what PPL is. Push, pull, legs. I've never had anyone send me that acronym before. A 6 day a week push, pull, legs is not good enough. How many people are you getting results still? If you're getting results with a 6 day a week push, pull, legs, and you're getting results and you can quantify that and you see them, then keep going. When it stops working, you come back to this episode and you apply what I'm talking about. Because it will, eventually. It will. Question. So 6 or so days a week, 1 day work hard legs, 1 day arms, 1 day abs. Now, not every muscle works the same. Not every muscle requires that kind of overload. You don't have to do abs once per week. You can do abs a little bit every day. You can do abs twice a week. You get so much, if you're doing free weights, you get so much core activation. You don't need as much. If you're doing yoga, you don't necessarily have to do. If you're doing yoga, you're doing vinyasa flows. Those of you that are members of Swolenormous X and you take all our yoga classes on swolenormousx.com, you're getting a lot of core activation. Do the vinyasa classes, the level 1, 2, or 3, you're getting a lot of core work. You don't have to sit there and do crunches. And you're doing squats or deadlifts, free weights, you're working a lot of your core. You don't have to sit there and do boring ass crunches that will fucking hurt your back. I hate being sore, so I do twice a week. I need to be able to work. Okay. That's fine, Nina. I don't know if anyone loves being sore. I mean, and let me clarify this. I don't love being sore. I love the results I get that I know are going to happen from what I did that made me sore. And that's where you have to associate soreness from. So if you hate being sore, you're not going to train hard and you may hit a plateau. If you're happy with where you are, Nina, that's fine. But if you hate being sore, oh, I hate being sore. I don't think anyone likes to not be able to walk. I don't think anyone likes to be like, oh my God, I can't sit on the fucking toilet. It hurts so much. However, I know that that feeling is related to the hard work I did, and the results that come from that are going to be fucking awesome. So I love it. That is how you have to think about shit. For those of you that don't like sweet potatoes, but you know they work and they're really, really good for you. You don't like them? So what? You don't have to like them. Do you like the results that you get when you eat the right foods and you build muscle and you look fucking sexy as shit? Learn to like sweet potatoes. Like the result that you're going to get from eating something that doesn't taste good. Who cares? Who cares? Who gives a shit? Who gives a fuck what you like? I don't give a fuck what you like. Your body doesn't give a shit what you fucking like. And no one else around you, friends, family, or otherwise, don't give a fuck what you like or not. And I'm not saying it to be mean, but it's true. So do you like the results? It's all about being happy with where you are. So anyone that's frustrated because they're not getting the results that they should be getting or they think they should be getting, I'm here to shake that up. If you're just learning and here and you're happy with where you are, enjoy the show. Send me a message and participate. I don't care if you're happy with where you are, you're happy with the results you're getting. That's great. If you're doing push-pull legs and you're getting great results, and keep doing push-pull legs. If you're starting with your training and you're new to the gym and you're doing push-pull legs and you're getting results, that's great. It's not going to work forever. You're not just going to get endless progressive results. That's not how it happens. You're not one of these little YouTubers that takes fucking steroids and just doesn't tell anyone. You don't get progressive results forever. You have to switch things up and you have to increase the intensity because your body will adapt. Let's see. I was surprised that my core was sore after my first few Swolenormous X yoga classes. So much better than stereotypical ab workouts. Yes, exactly. You're going to get so much core work. And if you learn, everyone, what the core actually is, it's not just the six pack. It's not the rectus abdominis. It's from the hips, the pelvis, all the way up to your cervical spine, all the way up to C1. That's your entire core. And if you're integrating your core properly, better posture, better static and dynamic posture, better movement patterns, better length tension relationships around the joints, better force output, better strength, better breakdowns of the muscle safely without injury, better muscle growth with the proper nutrition. Boom, boom, bing, bang, bong, dong. And that's how the body works. That's how it crumbles. Let me get on. I'm sorry, Instagram, I didn't scroll. I remember you, 360 degrees south on Instagram. I remember you've talked a bit in early episodes about finding what your legs are made of since they have a good mix of both. A good mix of both what? I missed the first part. Type 1 or type 2. Every muscle has some type 1 or type 2 fibers. I love high reps for legs. I'll get into that question in a second with the high reps and low reps. I know everyone's curious. Vitamin water, good or bad? Garbage. I choose C, the third option. It's just garbage. Vitamin water is trash. Okay. So when it comes to heavyweight, lighter weight, high reps, believe you me, you can go high reps to failure and fuck yourself up. You can do both. I would not do them both in the same week. If you're doing one leg workout a week, maybe go heavy for 3 weeks and then do a higher rep day. Try that. Look, if you try something, if you're doing legs twice a week, if you're doing them twice a week and you're seeing results that make you happy, you like what you see, it's working for you, then keep going. It doesn't mean you can't get results doing legs twice a week. I'm not saying you can't get results. Remember, if you're sitting on the couch doing nothing and you start a training program that does legs twice a week, from doing nothing to doing something, you're going to get results. So what that means is that doesn't mean that any of you that are training legs twice a week, that you're beginners. What it means is relative to where you are, that is still working for you. So fine, then don't change it. If you just want to do legs twice a week, why do you want to do legs twice a week? In my opinion, the reason why you might be leaning towards doing legs twice a week is, one, psychological. You don't feel like it's enough. Psychologically, you think, oh, I need to train them more frequently. And two, you're afraid. And I'll come out and say that. I think you're afraid. If you're training legs twice a week, I think you're afraid to push it as hard as I'm talking about once a week. I'll call you out on that. And I'm not saying you're consciously afraid. I just think you don't want to go that hard in the gym. It's hard to explain. It's hard to explain what that means. It's really taxing. It's really taxing on the body. In order to push your body to the point of failure, to the point where your body is literally telling you to stop, every evolutionary mechanism in your body, mental and physical, is telling you to fucking stop. And you decide to keep going, that is that's like an insane switch that you can snap in your brain. Endurance athletes have it. People that push themselves to the absolute fucking limit. Navy SEALs. Like look up David Goggins. He's one of those legendary just endurance athletes. Just the mental strength is everything. That's why I always talk about the mind. It pushes you and pushes you and pushes you. Further, your body can handle a lot of shit. Your body can handle a lot of shit. And yes, I'm going to go here. The concentration camps in World War II. You've seen the pictures, human beings, literally living skeletons. That is the human mind overcoming and hope and the will to live, overcoming physical stress. So if the body can push itself and survive in that state, think about what the body can do when you're proactively training. You can push yourself so much harder. That's all I'm saying. And it's not really up for debate. It's a fact. That's why a training partner, that's why a coach, that's why the Mr. Olympias, that's why the professional athletes, that's why everyone has coaches. That's why these professional, if you watch the World Cup, do you see you think it's only the people on the field that are playing? Messi and Ronaldo. There's a whole team. There's athletic trainers. There's strength coaches. There's massages. Everyone is there to get the most out of these people. They're already naturally gifted. They train their fucking asses off, and they have people pushing them to make them better. That's why a training partner can be effective. That's why having a coach, having someone yelling at you to get the most out of you, that's why it can be effective, because they'll get more out of you than you can get out of yourself, because your body is going to tell you to stop. Your body is going to say, fuck you. I'm not doing that. That's ridiculous. I'm going to get hurt. I'm going to die. And someone else is like, nope, you're not stopping. You're like, fuck. All right, I guess I have no choice. Let me keep going. And wouldn't you know it, you go beyond what you thought you could. The first episode of the Daily Swole. Who here remembers what the title of that episode is? The first episode of the Daily Swole. Counting gains. Episode 1, counting gains. And the entire episode is about stop fucking counting. Stop counting reps. Stop measuring shit. Just fucking go and do it. Can you put a couple more pounds on? Then fucking do it. You think you're done at 10 reps? Bullshit. You got 3 more. You don't believe me? Get a spotter and I'll be there. Watch me. I'll get you 5 more reps. I'll get you 10. You have more. You have more. When you're doing squats by yourself, you're stopping well before your limit because you don't have someone properly spotting you. If you have someone behind you and two people on the sides of the bar, you can go till your legs literally cave out. They'll catch the bar, and that, my friend, is failure. And very few of us actually reach that because most of us don't have that kind of team environment that pushes us to that level. But how do you think people build that much? How do you think people make that much progress? Because they push past where most people stop. Yeah, that's a good quote. Muhammad Ali, go till it hurts, then count. I've done that before. Do your set. You're doing curls or squats. Squat until it starts burning, and then count your reps, and then do 20 reps. Stop counting reps when you're. Don't count reps when you're. If you're obsessed with counting, don't count reps when your body can handle it. So when you're not feeling a burn, when you're squatting down, up, and you don't feel a burn, that's because your body can handle that weight. That means your body can handle that shit. Once it starts burning, your body is saying, oh shit, we're kind of getting towards it. Then you start pushing hard. Then it begins. What do you recommend for the heat? Drinking lots of water the night before? What safe foods that can cool you off? Safe foods that can cool you off. What do you mean the heat? Staying properly hydrated is important for all temperatures. If you're in hot environments, yeah, extra hydration. You can put some Celtic sea salt in the water. I mean, watermelon is good. I mean, fruits, that's why fruits are ripe in the summer, because they're really good for humans. If you have like tree ripened fruit, you have fruit that's in season. There's a reason why those foods are in season in the summer, because there's a lot of electrolytes and micronutrients and phytonutrients in fruit, especially when it's ripe, not when it's picked a month before and shipped from Guatemala. Do I need a passport to do it? Join, I mean. What do you mean? A passport? To join what? The Gain Train? Or you mean Swolenormous X? Just go to swolenormousx.com. If you're on YouTube, the link is in my post description. I like it, a passport. A passport for the Gain Train. Switching to a different gym to get my friend as a partner was the best decision I've made. Holds me accountable to not BS my workout. Great. Everyone's different. Some people like to train by themselves. Everyone needs a push. That's what I was saying about pro athletes. Everyone, even people at the top of their fucking game, even the Mr. Olympias, Phil Heath and Jeremy Buendia, all these guys that are, they're taking so much fucking juice, but they're still getting the results from training their fucking asses off. They have coaches. They have trainers. They're not doing it themselves. But they've been training for so long. Shouldn't they know how to do it? Has nothing to do with it. It has nothing to do with whether or not you know your way around a gym. LeBron James still has coaches. He still has people working on him. He has still people guiding him. You think he does everything himself? Get the fuck out of here. He spends millions of dollars a year on people coaching him, on training, on getting his body worked on. Everyone, people at the top get more help. They have more resources to do better. You're welcome, Nisha. Thanks for watching from Alaska. Yeah, big leaps are being made tonight. Yeah, we're making some gains tonight, fam. Just trying to break it's the mindset. It's the mindset. That's why the mental game is so important, because if you can get past that, you can get past all these initial little speed bumps. Most of you haven't unlocked. Most of you haven't unlocked your potential for a workout. So my proposition for you is, if you're training legs twice a week, are you training legs twice a week at 70% or at 60%? Wouldn't you think that training legs once a week or once every 10 days potentially at 100% would be much more effective? A workout done at 95% that you're really pushing your bounds 100%. When can you ever really get 100%? How do you quantify that? But it's not so much about the frequency, it's about the quality. And one of the major reasons why a lot of you are getting to those plateaus and hitting that wall is because you are fundamentally not pushing hard enough in the workouts you're doing. You don't stop worrying about changing up your exercise. How many different things do you think the body does? Right? The biceps curl. Yes, okay, the biceps does 3 different actions. Okay, it does elbow flexion, supination, shoulder flexion. Great. You think you need to fucking hit all those different moves every workout, every time? No, you need some basic fucking moves and you need to go harder with them. You need to start utilizing isometrics more, eccentrics, negatives. You got to start pushing harder with the exercise you're doing. Stop worrying about changing the exercise. You're not getting results because you're changing your workout every fucking week. You're changing your shit every fucking week. Your body can't adapt. And you're not training hard enough when you're doing it because you're doing it twice a week. So you're going 50% and you're changing it all the time. No wonder you're not getting results. No wonder you're not satisfied. I got big on doing, the biggest I ever got was one summer where it was in the basement. Dirty fucking basement. It was actually dirt, right? Because at home it's like a log cabin. My stepfather built the house. So this one summer, the basement, he had a squat rack that he built out of telephone poles. Sick. There was a bar, a couple 100-pound plates, some other things. Literally, there was a lat pull down that he made with cables, like a literal pulley system with rope, and it was tied to car parts. I did pull-ups, I did dips, I did bench, I did deadlifts, I did fucking rows, I did squats, I did curls and triceps, basic shit, and I got so fucking big because I went hard with what I had. The simple things work. There's basic moves the body does. That's why I'm so fervent in saying, do the basic shit, crush it. Crush the basic shit and add yoga. Oh, but you're not getting all these other tiny muscles. Do your yoga. You're going to hit all your external rotators, your posterior muscles. You're going to hit your gluteus medius. You're going to open up your hip flexors. You're going to get your thoracic mobility. Doing yoga and balancing that out, it's yin and yang. Intense weightlifting and yoga and meditation. Get the mind, get the body, boom. It's simple. Now, if you're looking for performance and you're an athlete doing for something else, okay, then you have specific goals and specific things you want to do. But if you want to look a certain way and build muscle, men, women, that's what it's all about. And a lot of you are just afraid. You're afraid to do less because you think quantity-wise, oh, once a week, that's not that much. I'm not going to get much results. And compounded with that, you're not training hard enough. So yeah, if you do once a week and you train the way you have been training, you're not going to get results. You train once a week and you do it the right fucking way, that's plenty. For muscle growth, that's plenty. Opinions about weed. I don't have any opinions for you. I got none. Thoughts on Pilates for core training. Even though I am aware core is activated and trained with other exercises, I do once a week Pilates. Great. How's it working for you? I mean, crunches, like flexing the spine, will work the rectus abdominis. Doing Pilates will work your muscles in a certain way. Once a week. How are you feeling with it? You tell me. What are your thoughts on for core training? Of course, core is from the pelvis to the cervical spine. You can work your core. Right now, I'm working my core. My core is engaged. If my core gave up and all these muscles around my spine gave up, I would collapse to the ground in a big hump of fucking dog shit. Every time you're sitting up straight, every time you're standing, you have all these muscles on your spine that are integrated and activated to keep you upright. You just don't feel it because it's so ingrained. You're just used to it. But that's why it's so hard to stand up when you're a baby, because all these muscles have never done that before. So they're like, holy shit, and you're wobbling around, falling over, riding a bike the first time. It's proprioception, it's balance, it's neuromuscular coordination, it's all of those things. Motor unit recruitment, it's just the integrative properties and adaptations of the body. Look, I mean, it's okay to be scared. It's okay to be scared. But the reason why you're not training hard, if it's out of fear, you got to face it. And this is especially for those of you that are hitting plateaus. chances are you're not training hard enough. Chances are you're not training hard enough. The reason why I have built muscle the way I have naturally is because I have trained and gone through these thresholds of psychosis and done things that are just stupid. By all accounts, they're stupid. It's just fucking a lot of volume or a lot of reps and a lot of this, but I get really sore. I'm eating right. I'm sleeping as best I can. You know, I'm talking about like for the last 15, 20 years, you know, my sleep sometimes changes now, but I still get my sleep. Sometimes my sleep time changes based on my content schedule and stuff like that, travel and whatnot, like most people. But you have to do the other things right too. So that being said, I'm just trying to quantify and show everyone why there are so many reasons for you not to get results and how many things have to be aligned. You have to be training your fucking ass off. So let's say you're training hard enough, then you still got to get your nutrition, right? You just got to be hydrating, you got to be resting, you got to be doing this regularly and consistently, and not for 3 months. We're talking about 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years in order to build some of the physiques that you aspire to have. You're looking at some of these celebrities and fitness people. Oh, I want that body. Do you have any fucking idea how hard this person trains and for how long they've been doing it? Yeah. You look at me, I want to look like you. Cool. How long you been training, man? 17 years. Not everyone wants to hear that. Not romantic. It's not sexy, right? 17 years. Holy shit. Yeah, that's what it takes. You know, ups and downs. You have tweaks. You have injuries. You have, you have pains here and there. Sometimes you're not always gaining. You lose some mass because your job changes and you start working long hours. You can't make it to the gym as much, blah, blah, blah. It's not all a straight line up. You have a lot of pitfalls. Everyone has them. And yeah, when you push yourself hard in the gym, you do risk injury. You risk injury walking down the street. You can sprain your ankle on a curb. You can get hit by a car. You risk injury when you push yourself hard in the gym. Of course, every time you're doing anything, you risk pulling a muscle. You risk straining something. You risk dropping a weight on your foot. And you do that, you break your foot, and then, of course, you're not crushing legs for a while. And that's why a lot of people are afraid. They're afraid because they haven't pushed themselves that hard. I'm just letting you all know that it's very hard. And that's why most people don't get results, because they're focusing on the supplements. What do you think about vitamin water? What do you think about this? What do you think about keto? What do I think about you fucking training harder and more consistent? How about that shit? What do I think about anything? Everyone's concerned with all these other things. Everyone's concerned with all these other things that the fitness industry has successfully made you think are extremely important because they make a lot of money, because they know that you're going to fucking quit. They know you're going to fucking quit. So they're going to sell you a pipe dream that if you take this powder, you take this pill, you're going to get more results. So you keep on buying that shit. And you feel like you can't lift without it and you can't train without it because they get you hooked on buying that every month. They make so much money. And really, you can get so much more results by just sucking it up and pushing harder. Injury is my biggest fear. Cool, Brandy. Well, I mean, doesn't mean you just ignore recovery. Doesn't mean you ignore yoga. Doesn't mean you ignore your foam rolling and I mean, listen, if let's say you're doing once a week, you're getting plenty of recovery, right? Or you're doing legs, you're crushing legs twice a month. You know, in that theoretical, right? You're getting plenty of recovery. I mean, technically, when you're training legs, when you're training any kind of muscle, you're injuring your body. You're getting hurt. You're creating micro trauma. You're tearing the fucking muscle apart. That's why it hurts. That's why it hurts. If you cut your arm with a knife, it's going to hurt too, and it's going to bruise and inflammation, and your body's going to have to repair. You're causing micro trauma all over the muscle tissue. That's why it hurts. Your body's like, don't touch it. I need to fix. And that's where the sleep, the hydration, the foam rolling, the nutrition, everything comes into play. With the right nutrition, can you get in great shape like you if you're only working out 3 days a week? I doubt it, because I have never worked out 3 days a week since I started training. It depends. I mean, I'm not the biggest guy in the world. If you want to look a certain way, if you want to get a certain strength, all I know is what I did in terms of that. Can you get in great shape working out 3 days a week? Of course you can. You're working out as opposed to what? Not working out? Absolutely. Can you look like me? I don't know. First off, you're not me, so maybe you can. All I know is that I didn't. So I've worked out. I've never, even from the first moment I started training, I've never done only 3 days a week. Ever. 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 Ever done 3 days a week only. And that in itself is a comment that will make me think that you'll never get great results. Because why are you only working out 3 days a week? Do you not like it? Are you not sacrificing and prioritizing your fitness to make it 5 or 6 days a week? Or to do other things? You know? Why only 3 days a week? It comes down to priorities. If you're not prioritizing your fitness, if that's not number 1, 2, or 3 in your entire fucking life, like up there next to your work and your family, training, it's going to be hard for you to get exceptional results. Most of the issues come with unrealistic expectations. You think you're going to get amazing results and you put in half-ass work. If you work out 3 days a week, you're going to look like you work out 3 days a week. Facts. If you work out 3 days a week, you're going to look like someone who works out 3 days a week. I like walking down the street and people looking at me, and there's no question that I go to the gym. I obviously work out. That's how I like to be. Hey man, do you work out? I never said no one ever. No one ever asked me if I work out. They know I do because they can fucking see it. And I like that. I'm not doing this for general health. I'm not doing this for overall wellness. I have all my other stuff, my meditation, my nutrition. Yeah. I love to fucking lift. I love to do this. I love to build my body. I love the aesthetics. I love the strength. I love feeling good and feeling strong. And I like it. There's a reason why human beings like the way it looks. It's because that's the way we're meant to be. Not like massive bodybuilders, but we're meant to have muscle. We're meant to move. We're meant to have lean stomachs. We're meant to have powerful glutes and arms, like in chest muscles. We're meant to have that. That's why women are attracted to it in general. And that's why men, likewise, and women are attracted to that, because it's health. We can't explain it. We're going to call it, oh, but that's superficial. No, it's not. You fucking politically correct assholes. It's not superficial. It's a human organism. It's a mammal. It's a creature finding a strong mate or an attractive mate or something that they aspire to have, or they want that, or oh, they fear that because that person's really big. If you see someone big and strong, why do people innately fear that person? Because it's predator and prey. We're animals. We're not above any of this. We forget it because we have cell phones and fucking CNN and ESPN and shit. It's not politically correct. It's not superficial stuff. It's not society. It's evolution. Evolution. That's why plastic surgery is weakening the species, because you have ugly chicks that are getting all this work done to make themselves seem more attractive. And they're fooling people. Right? My driving while gaining with about yoga pants, how yoga pants are weakening the species because it makes people think they have a butt and there's no butt. It's weakening the species. We're having a species that's going to be diluted with flat butt thanks to Lululemon. That was one of the ones I reposted like a week ago. I love that rant. But that was just some humor on top of it. But it's all true. It's all true. That's why inherently people like six packs and lean. It just you look strong. Self-care is important. You should come first. You make time like anything else in life. Absolutely, Anisha. No doubt. I've had to learn to train around injury over the years. It's frustrating, but learning to be resilient and adapt what you do to match your circumstances is an important part of it all. Yeah, everyone's going to have different... Look, if you only have 3 days a week, period, and you can't possibly do another day, you do the best you can, but just be realistic with what you're going to get from 3 days a week. Train your fucking ass off on those 3 days for damn sure. You're welcome on Instagram. Thank you. I'm just scrolling through. I work Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to midnight. You know what's funny? I did that too. I worked Monday through Thursday, and I did a 7 a.m. to 11:30 at night. Yeah, I did that too, and I still worked out during the day. You have a lunch break, you'll work out. 7 to 12 a.m., that's 7 hours of sleep. I'm not going to be a dick, but you could cut 1 hour of sleep, do 6 hours of sleep, and then get a half hour workout in. Just saying, look, I'm not saying, that's hard. It's hard. I'm not saying it's easy. It's simple though. Get less sleep, work out. How much sleep do you need? It's kind of up in the air, person to person, so hard to say, but then do 3 days a week, but just be realistic with what you are going to get out of it. Be realistic with what you're going to get out of it. There's nothing wrong. Look, if you want to sleep, you get back at midnight and you have to get up fucking early. I get it. I've been there. Been there. Done that. Sucks. Sucks. But then don't expect to have bodybuilder results working out 3 days a week. No bodybuilder works out 3 days a week. Zero. Because they wouldn't be a bodybuilder. Instagram's about to cut off, so I'm going to restart it because we're at the hour threshold. There we go. 1 second. Let me just turn on. Share, go live again. Instagram's got to update their thing. Let Papa Swole. Don't keep me from going live, IG. Come on, Zucks. I know you're monitoring this podcast. I have had, Mickey, I've had to kids. What do you mean by, what about kids? What about kids? You make an excuse for kids? Don't use your kids. Don't put your kids in front of your fitness as an excuse. I hate that shit. Oh, you don't have kids, you understand? I don't give a fuck if I had kids or not. I'd still get my lifting in. You better damn well believe that wouldn't stop a fucking thing. I don't know if that's what you meant, but I went off on it. I took it and made it my own. Here we go. I work out on lunch, if not after work, and do the yoga with my daughters at home. There you go. They like it. We get time together, and I complete my fitness for the day. That's phenomenal. That's exactly what I would suggest. Yeah, bring your kids. Get them involved. I'd be lifting them kids' weights, right? I would literally have a bar and have each child holding onto the side, and I'd be like, y'all, one, come on, two more, keep holding. I'd probably end up calling them pussies. You can't hold. I'm gonna be that father that, like, puts his son up on like the pull-up bar and walks away. I'll be back in an hour. Dad, come back. Nope. Hold, bitch. Hold. Just like Braveheart. Hold now. The classic obscure reference on the Daily Swole. Genevieve, I have 2 kids and still maintain my workouts as my daily priority. One way or another, I get it in. It can be stressful, but it's doable. Of course. Of course it's doable. Make like Genevieve and do it. Do it. Kids or not. Kids or not. But I like the positivity. Use it. Look. It's all about making the kid thing a positive. It's how you look at it. It's how you look at it. You're fortunate to have kids. You're fortunate to have healthy children, right? Use that as your reason to prioritize your fitness. Use it as your reason to go to the gym. Use it as your reason to cut down on a little sleep and fucking get up and get it done so you can be healthy for them and be around for them. Take them with, right? Do it with them. Use it as your reason to teach them properly how to respect their bodies and, put health as a priority. Don't use it as an excuse. Use that as your driving force. That's one of the biggest issues, is that people use as an excuse. Oh, well, I have kids and soccer practice, this and the other. So fucking let them go to soccer practice and do push-ups and sprints on the side. Well, it would look weird with all the other parents around. Fuck them, then fuck you, and don't have results. Stop making excuses and complaining about it then. That's it, Michael. Showing your kids how to live an active life is more important than ever nowadays. Damn straight, man. Dear Dash. I feel like, for some reason, I just feel like Casey Kasem for a second. Hold on a second. Dear Dash, I'm a UPS driver and I have a hard time eating right. What can I make in a cooler to eat right? And he writes, right? You like that? For some reason, it just felt like, it literally just felt like throwback. All right, you have a hard time eating right. What can I make in a cooler to eat right? The same food that you would make at home to eat right. So my first thing would be, have you done an elimination? Do you know what foods cause your body inflammation? And then you make those foods and you put them in the cooler. Done. That's it. Food when you're traveling does not change. If you're not eating at home, it doesn't matter. You eat the foods that you need to eat wherever you are. You bring them in a cooler, you bring a fork, and you fucking eat it. You got it, man. I mean, the elimination, figuring out your inflammatory foods, and then make it and eat it. And that's where other people tend to get stuck. Everyone's looking for snacks. Not saying that you are on Instagram. Looking for snacks or looking for, what can I eat because I'm moving around a lot? What can I eat because of this? What can I eat because of that? Well, then you start substituting the foods you should be eating with real quality nutrients for, quote, snack foods, which in my opinion, another synonym for snack foods are less effective bullshit filler foods. A snack is not a meal. You know why? Because it doesn't have nutrients. It's a snack. It's a handful of almonds. Well, fuck those almonds. Eat a meal. Eat food. Well, I had a rice cake with a little bit of almond butter on. Eat some fucking food. Stop eating snacks. Eat food. Give your body some fucking calories that it can use. What do you think about Jazzercise? Fuck you. That's funny. Let's see. Will0293 on Instagram. Dear Papa Swolio, I work at a refinery. I'm a scaffold builder, which means lots of heights and lots of heavy material lifting. I sweat my ass off 12 hours a day and I still manage to go to the gym. Thank you for everything you do with your podcast. I had to add that in at the end so it seemed right, but yeah, man. So right there. So Will says he works at a refinery. Okay. He does a lot of fucking lifting, climbing, extremely physically active, 12 hours a day, sweating his ass off, and he still goes to the gym. So what makes Will different than any of you? Sometimes your job might not be as intense, but then you have kids. Okay. So what Will does might be equivalent to you having your desk job plus having children. Responsibilities. Wow, you have responsibilities? We all do. How are you managing your shit to get your shit done? How are you managing those types of things and still getting your stuff done? Boom, 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 boom. He's not lazy. Well, you know, I mean, he just does it. If you want to go to the gym and you want to make it a priority, then you fucking go. You'll find a way. Human beings are incredibly resourceful. We find a way. You can find a way too. You can find a way too. "12 hours a day. I remember my first part-time job. I remember my first beer. My kids have their own baby weights. They love being involved. It makes working out at home easy. Sometimes they just need a distraction. Get them pink weights. That's phenomenal. Get them 1 pound weights. Get them their own little yoga mat. So when mommy is doing yoga, they're going to do downward dog and try to be like mom. And how do kids stand up for the first time? Downward dog. Deep squat. Kids do downward dog. Kids do an overhead squat to stand up for the first time. If you haven't noticed, those of you that have kids. They go from a kneeling position to a deep squat, raise their arms up, and stand up. They do a perfect overhead squat to stand up for the first time. And then we get older and then we can't do fucking squats anymore because we're not mobile like a kid. And we compound 10, 20, 30, 40 years of sitting down and limiting hip and ankle and back and thoracic and shoulder mobility and all that. What do you do when you get burned out from the gym? Everyone's different. Mentally, physically burned out, what does that mean? More often than not, and I have a card on my wall, and the quote is, you don't get burnout, you lose your purpose. So think about that next time you get burned out from the gym. Are you burned out from the gym, or did you just lose your vision and you lost sight of what you're actually trying to accomplish and you lost your purpose? So, I mean, if it's physical burnout, like you're literally overtraining, everyone's different. Overtraining, there's like 30 or 40 different ways you can overtrain. It could be mentally, it could be physically, it could be physiologically. You can have an elevated heart rate. You could have extended soreness. You can have, irritable mood. You can have lack of hunger or increased appetite. You can have decrease in strength and performance. You could have insomnia. There are so many ways to be overtrained or quote burnt out. So it's hard to quantify where it's coming from. It could be from food too. If you're mentally burned out, why? Why are you mentally burned out? Are you hitting a plateau? You have to get to the root of it. Why are you burned out? If you're mentally burned out, it's because you lost your purpose. You might just need literally a couple days off. Sometimes just not going. You're not going to lose your progress. You're not going to lose your strength in a week or 3 days. Let me tell you, actually, let me give you a good tip like what I do. If I feel, or if I take a day off or I need a day off or something like that, what I do is I stay out of the gym until I'm begging for it. So if I feel a little bit stressed or burnt out or sore and just, I don't want to go, I'll take a day off, right? The next day, sometimes I'm ready, I'm going to go to the gym. I don't go on purpose. I don't go to the gym. I don't just be like, okay, I'll go to the gym today. I feel better. Nope. Don't go again. The next day, if you're fucking like, I can't wait to go, I need to go to the gym. I need to fucking crush some weights. Either go or take one more day off. Take extra time off until you're just dying to get back into it. And then I'll sling you back into it. But go into it smart. But just keep yourself out of it. That's a little tweak. That's a little trick that I do with myself. I'll keep myself out for another day or two, even if I don't want to stay away from the gym. I'll do it on purpose, so I'm just craving it. And then I'll go back and I'll just fucking rage. And then you're back. Then you're back. What's your take on intermittent fasting? Paleo? I don't recommend any diet. I recommend doing the elimination process and figuring out what works best for you. So it doesn't matter what I think about those things. Intermittent fasting works for some people. They'll swear by it. Paleo works for some people. They swear by it. I don't care what it is, whether it's keto, paleo, intermittent, whatever it is. None of them matter. None of them matter. They don't matter if you're eating the wrong foods. If you're eating something on the paleo diet that doesn't digest well with you, it doesn't matter that if it's paleo, schmaleo, vegan, vegetarian, keto, intermittent, South Beach, Weight Watchers, whatever the fuck it is. Some of those are worse than others, obviously. If you're eating inflammatory foods and foods that your body shouldn't be consuming, it doesn't matter what quantity or how far apart you're consuming your meals. If you're eating the wrong shit, it doesn't matter what you want to call it or the timing of it. If you're eating the wrong foods, it's going to fuck you up long term. Weight gain, water retention, other issues, cancers. Cancer is just born from doing the wrong shit for 30 years. If you get cancer when you're a 2-year-old, you got some shitty DNA and it's a short end of the stick and it fucking sucks. Like, children with cancer, that's absolutely just not fair, right? So, but very few cancers, for example, are genetic. Most of them, like 85 or 90% of them, are environmental. It's how we treat our lives. It's how we live. We're living in pollution. We're eating crappy foods, inflammatory foods all the time. We're not exercising. We're smoking. We're drinking. We're stressed. Big surprise, things start growing in our body that don't belong. Shocker. And we still don't have all the answers. There's no perfect diet. So we're still figuring shit out. I pass along what I know to be best that I do. And that's why I promote this elimination process. That's why those of you that are in Swolenormous X and you've done the nutrition jumpstart that I have in there, you go through the process of figuring it out. And then we can come back and discuss caloric intake and then intermittent fasting and all these different styles. But first you need to know which foods are best. Trey Presley on Facebook, you need to do an elimination. And that's 4 to 6 weeks of cutting out commonly inflammatory foods and then systematically reintegrating them one at a time to test how your body reacts to them. Most of what we're eating all the time, your body builds up defenses. But there's a certain way to do it. You don't just not drink milk for 3 days. You have to cut it out for about a month and a half. Yeah, the problem with just trying a food and seeing how your body reacts to it is not going to be good enough from the start because your body has already built up defenses. So if you're used to eating all these things and you go and have a glass of milk, you might feel a little bit, but you might not really feel the true effect of it. Or you might not notice anything. Well, I feel fine. I have milk every day. Your body will build up these defenses and be able to handle and crush and kind of like, smother the chronic migraines or this, that, and the other. A lot of people have chronic migraines, insomnia, low mood, sluggishness, bloating, fat storage, water retention because of simple foods they're eating that their body's reacting poor to. I mean, if you're watching right now, especially those of you that are in Swolenormous X and you've done the nutrition jumpstart, you've done the elimination diet, how many of you just cut out milk and lost 10 pounds? Someone said earlier they lost 35 pounds since starting. That's amazing. Even just from cutting out fucking shit foods. If you're watching right now and you've applied some of the shit we've talked about in this show, drop it in the comments right now before we head out. It's just doing it. It's trial, it's error, it's putting in the work, and the outcome will improve. And it will be what it will be. So this started with leg day. This started with breaking through those plateaus. This started with that mentality. And that's why I'm always going so hard with the mind game. That's why I'm always going so hard with the mental game. Because the mind game, the mental game, can supersede and stomp all these little fucking trivial bullshit things that we think about in our day. The little supplements or switching up a routine. Is this exercise better? I'm trying to build the lower part of my biceps. Shut the fuck up and start curling properly. Do some negatives and isometrics. I guarantee any single person watching, come to the gym with me. We'll do pick an exercise and I will fuck you upside down with one exercise. I don't care what it is. You want to do chest? You want to do bench? I will show you shit on a bench press that will make your head spin and you won't be able to lift your arm for 4 days with the same exercise you've always done, because you still haven't tapped the full potential of those basic exercises, and the basic ones work. You don't need fancy cables. You don't need fancy things. There's a lot of stuff in the gym, but you need to milk, no pun intended with the elimination, don't drink milk. You need to squeeze every last fucking drop out of these basic exercises, and you will see phenomenal gains beyond your wildest dreams without all this, this random, muscle confusion, mixing it up. Bull fucking shit. You need consistency of hard fucking work. You're not getting enough. You're not putting enough in. You're not extracting enough out of the basics. Nick Burdett on Facebook. I lost 10 to 15 pounds in 2 weeks of doing the 90-day program. Yeah, man. It's getting rid of the shit you don't need, getting rid of the shit that doesn't serve you, getting rid of the shit that never served you, that you didn't realize never served you. That's awesome, Nick. Good for you. I would love to do a day workout with you. Yeah. Do 3 sets of 12 front squats with a 7-second eccentric and try walking tomorrow. 3 sets of 12. That's it. That's it. I know, Stone, but just look at that, right? You do more of a negative, you increase the overload on the eccentric. Yeah, and you're going to fucking get a lot more out of that. And that's without changing the exercise. You're literally just changing how you do that single exercise. It relates to what I talked about the other day with concentric, isometric, and eccentric training. All that workout, everything we're talking about. A plane ticket to Florida will be worth a couple workout. Well, we'll be doing I might be announcing a meetup, not for training, but yeah, I want to start doing some meetups and meet some of you peeps. do a little traveling. But yes, all my workout content, and just to give you all a little bit of a heads up, that Swolenormous X is shifting around a little bit. So the Swolenormous experience, that's the full, I mean, that's why it's called Swolenormous X, has everything. So right now, the membership option, which is disappearing as it currently is, it's at a massive discounted rate because of the intro, because it launched at the beginning of this year. But when we're halfway through the year, and I've kept extending it because people are saying, hey, I want to join. So the way it's going to work is you'll have access to some individual options on my site. So if you only wanted one program, you only wanted the yoga, you'll be able to do that. And the new site or the new structure is going to launch soon. However, by far the best deal, you get to access the private community on Facebook, is the membership, because you get everything that I'm uploading all the time forever. After the initiation fee, it's a low monthly rate and you can't beat it. I swear. I just filmed yesterday. Yesterday? No. Was it yesterday or the day before? I think it was yesterday. An entire shoulder foundation, mobility, functional training, whatever you want to call it. I still haven't decided exactly on the name. A full shoulder mobility program, little mini program. Okay. It's going to have 5 badass fucking workouts, all video breakdowns. It's going to have a warm up, cool down. It's going to have stretching, everything for shoulder. So those of you that are in Swolenormous X already, and I like to make these announcements because it'll light a fire under my ass to finish the editing up and get it launched. Those of you that are in Swolenormous X that are members already, I mean, you're hooked up. Like, you'll get access to everything. So if you're already a member, you'll get that when I launch it. And if you're not, you can access that program by itself. But the membership will get you in and forever. As long as you hold the membership, you'll get all the updates and all the new things I'm dropping all the time. We get every month, you're getting new yoga classes, new virtual trainers where you just plug in some headphones and I literally lead you through a workout in the gym. So you ever want to train with me? The virtual trainer in Swolenormous X, all the instructional videos for members only. There's all access to all those different things. Just, it's going to be phenomenal. I'm really excited. So shifting some things around, shifting the approach. But the community is fire, the accountability, the accessibility to myself and to everyone else that's going through these programs already. So if you're struggling, the nutrition jumpstart, the nutrition content, the recipes, everything in there. So if you're struggling and you need a place to start, do not wait. I highly recommend it. Of course, why wouldn't I? But the reason why I talk about it so highly is because it's the fucking shit. It's literally everything we talk about here, but how you apply it, the workout, the training schedules, all the videos, it's more than you'll find anywhere else, all in one place. And it's swolenormousx.com. So if you're watching on Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, links in my profile description. It's easy to remember. My username, right? The brand, Swolenormous, the letter X, swolenormousx.com. Or if you're a podcast listener, but go check that out. I would love a meet and greet. The Arctic Circle awaits your presence. The Arctic Circle. Oh my goodness. Hey, if any of you, and I'll put this out there, and you could DM me, or you can actually, here's a great thing. You can email. I'll throw this down first. For those of you that either have a business, for those of you that own a gym, I've done that locally for around here because I will be doing some more traveling. Those of you that own a gym, business, you're a personal trainer with your clients, if you are interested in like a private meet and greet and like a little bit of a keynote style, you know, like a little powwow, we can go over some killer topics. I'll do a little presentation, just a little speech, a little meet and greet. If you're interested in something like that, because I do have some traveling dates that I'm already doing, and if it fits my schedule, I'm more than happy to set something like that up. So if you are interested in that, you can send me a message, but I would highly recommend emailing team, like baseball team, TEAM at swolenormous.com, team@swolenormous.com. If you would like something like that, and if you want to schedule a Papa Swolio and see if we can set something that up this summer or later this year. So, oh, thank you, Tamara. Swolenormous X, best money I have ever spent, has given me the direction when I was lost. I'm so stoked. That made my night. Not to mention what's great, fam, especially those of you that are already members and you're in the private fam. It means so much to me when I see comments like that, when I hear about all the weight loss and all the progress, you know, whether it's decreasing your pain and your, from coming back from injuries with yoga and with mobility, just that I haven't even started yet with what I'm uploading onto that. That's why I get so like giddy and excited, because like this entire time, these months since we launched X and since it's grown, the whole shift in the content that I've been filming, that I'm putting out, is just, I get so excited. I get so excited because all the positivity and all the amazing results already. And I'm sitting over here like I haven't even fucking scratched the surface with what I'm putting on there. So super stoked and very, very glad that everyone is loving it so much. So any questions, you can send me an email. You can also go over to swolenormousx.com. There's a live chat feature if you want to send me a message if you have any questions. But like I said, things are shifting, and it's going to be geared towards all different aspects and different pieces. But by far, the best thing that you can do right now is to hook into the membership as it currently is, because it will be increasing, and it's the best deal online, and you'll get access for everything. And once you have the initiation, you're at that low monthly rate for as long as you keep it, and you'll get access to everything I release. So it's the tits. It's the bee's knees, the knits tits, whatever you want to talk about it, whatever you want to call it, or it's Papa Swole's beard. It's it's the beast's beard. That's what it is. It's just the beard. It's like what my beard would be if it were a fitness platform. That's the best way to describe it. It's awesome. Yeah, so thanks for all the, oh, Rodney, you're in? Sweet, dude. Awesome. So make sure you check your email and make sure you schedule that orientation call with me, and I'll help answer any questions. Make sure, Rodney, that you read through the stuff, check out the emails, check out the site, go into the 90-day dash, download the manual, read it. That way you have an idea of it, poke around. So if you have any questions, you can ask me when we talk, and we'll, that way I can point you in the right direction. If you have any questions, just make sure you go over things and go around the site. That way I'll make the phone call a lot more efficient, better than if you like came in like, hey, what do I do? And it's like, you didn't look around, it'll make it a lot easier. So it's pretty self-explanatory, but any questions, we'll go over that in the orientation call. I can't grow my fucking beard. Sorry, fam. I just had the right parents. Swole, is that a fitted Swolenormous hat? No, it's not. But the other hat that I have, that I got, it's funny. It has like the adjustable back, but then there's also a slit on the top, like a little hat vagina, which is awesome because I can put my man bun. It's meant for girls. It's meant for chicks because they put a ponytail through, but it's meant for long hair. So I put my man bun through it. It's awesome. Because usually it's like I have to put the bun or like the ponytail down. It sucks, and it's all hot and sweaty. So it's got a little bun slot called the hat vagina, the hat gina. It's awesome. But I'm looking at that and thinking, shit, I want to get some and then brand it because it's awesome. I just love the style. It's cool. Anyway, so more updates on that when it goes down. But any questions, hit me up, let me know. And if you're interested in the programs, nutrition, all that good stuff, check out swolenormousx.com. I am out. Happy Father's Day for everyone that is a father. This is the breaker of gains. This is the unskinny. And this is the father of 600 plus muscles, Papa Swole, signing out. Episode 772, the most muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gaincast, Mancast, Pimpcast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. Peace, McGee's fam. Deuce, Magoose. I'll see you tomorrow, Monday, to slay for episode 773. You like that? Papa Swole, Esprekenzi, Espanol. Enjoy your evening. Have a great night. Peace out. Oh. Bye-bye, fam. Later.